What is up there, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Evolve. How you guys doing on today? You know what? I'm doing all right. So today I wanted to get right into it. I want to talk a little bit about, I just want to bring you guys up to speed on some things that Royce the 5'9", he said just a few days ago. He was on a virtual interview with Queenzflip, and he had quite a bit to say. Now, let's just get right into it. The first part is Royce revealed to everyone that was watching that his dad, and he said that he had a cousin and a few family members that actually had corona. But the biggest thing is that his dad had gotten corona and he was kind of really sick, and he got it at 60 years old. Let's go ahead and play that.
What you doing?
I appreciate it. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you feeling? The last time I seen you online, you look like you wasn't feeling too well. You look like you feeling a little better now.
Oh yeah, when you saw me, how was I looking?
You a little sick. You was a little under the weather.
I was under the weather, right?
You feel better?
I feel way better.
You think you had the corona shit?
I think I had the corona shit, yeah.
Yeah, my dad caught that shit.
My grandma's got it. My love to your father. How's he doing?
He good. He lost like 20 pounds and shit.
Oh man.
It kind of broke him down and shit, because he in the 60s and shit. But yeah, that shit is some bullshit. It hit Detroit real hard.
I understand. So what's going on with you, man?
Not much, my nigga. Just chilling at the studio and shit. I'm quarantining over here and shit, so.
Yo, so then the next part of this little interview, now this went on for about 60 minutes, maybe about an hour, but I kind of picked through some of the more essential things that I felt that was pretty interesting. Once they had got off of the corona, they goes on to talk a little bit about how how Royce, with regards to battle rapping. Queenzflip, a little while back, he had challenged Royce to battle rap, and here, Royce is a writer, and he is a really good writer and lyricist, but with regards to freestyle and just battling, that's not something that you'll find on the internet, because it's just not something he do. Royce, he do say and mimic those same words, and he basically say that, hey, I am not a freestyler, we'll go ahead and play that.
I'm chaining over here and shit, so.
Remember I told you I wanted to battle you? Remember that?
You want to battle me?
Remember I told you that? Don't act like you don't remember I told you I wanted to battle you, and you said, nah, Flip.
Oh, yeah, when you was doing, like, the, outside the venues and shit?
Yeah, I was battling. I wanted to battle, and I wanted to battle you, man,
I thought when you were doing those were cool, man. I just didn't think I could, you know what I mean? I didn't think I could do well with that. I can't freestyle.
It's not freestyle. You said that to me, and Royce, you're just a man that's careful with your image, man. That's all it is. You a smart man. You a smart, but yeah, but to me, you are, man.
I'm not really careful. I don't do things for my image. It's a difference. I don't do things. I'm just me, you know what I mean? Like I don't plan anything involving my image. I don't feel like that.
So everything is spontaneous?
Now, this next part of the this little interview, it gets a little interesting. Those of you all that have seen Royce the 5'9", or have listened to his most recent Allegory album, you can see that it was targeted towards Black America, and it was targeted towards, I guess, kind of almost empowering African Americans. Nothing wrong with that. But what he talks about now, it kind of adds on to more that he was getting around in his album, but he didn't really actually say it. This time he actually stated it. He states now that he feels that there is so much like a higher power that is controlling, I guess, the whole world, and that their mission is to depopulate. and to get rid of black people. He talks about now in this part that they've been working on trying to do that for a long time. He says that Bill Gates is a part of this futuristic crew, part of government or conspiracy. I'll let him explain.
I don't understand exactly what you're saying. Yeah, I've heard they call them futurists. It's like these guys, they're like tech guys and shit, you know what I mean? They're real tech savvy. So based off of the way that they feel technology is going, they make predictions on where they think the world is going to be in, say, 10, 20 years. They call futurists. And Bill Gates is one of them kind of people. So you listen to him speak, he always talk about depopulation, you know what I mean? Because just being like undersupplied with food and shit like that, and somehow too many people being on the earth affecting the future of the evolution of technology, you know. And then, you know, black people are being targeted all the time by the government, all the time. Black people, you know, they can't allow us to reproduce too much faster than them, because for us to just continue to do that, they'll be extinct in like two generations or less. So they they're trying to avoid genetic annihilation.
So what is this thing is not avoidable though. We can't avoid this.
Avoid it?
Yeah, I mean, this is inevitable. Like, it's gonna happen. What can we do to get out of a situation like this then, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, you got to take all the precautions, wear the mask, and do all of that shit, and just do your best. You know what I mean? And keep in mind that it's a possibility you probably will catch it, and then just, you know, make sure that your immune system is strong, because the virus can literally get into it goes into your body and it fights your antibodies. Your antibodies are the things, is what your body produces to fight off infection and disease. So it actually goes into your body and fights your antibodies. So if they're weak, no good. But if they're strong, you may not feel symptoms, but you'll still be contagious. So it'll use your body.
But even this, not only the corona.
Okay, so on this next part, it's a little bit more lighthearted, because they do talk about, we had a series where we have started with regards to what happened to Slaughterhouse. What really happened? Whose fault? Because a lot of people have said a lot of different things, and a lot of people blame it on certain areas. Some blame it on Joe. Some blame it on the group. Some blame it on the time. Some blame it on the content that they were bringing. Some blame it on Eminem's beats. So there was so much going on in so many different ways, and a lot of people believe certain things. Royce, he was asked on this part, hey, yo, Royce, what happens? Now, I admit, Royce does seem to get a little defensive on when this question was asked, I guess the way it was worded, but Royce said, this is what happened. These are the facts. He wants to acknowledge that this is my facts and this is my truth. There were a bunch of moving pieces. People were start to do their own thing. Joe doing TV, Jewel put out an album, Crooked did an album, I got sober. There was just so much happening that we never got back to. But I'll let him explain.
This for my interview, and you probably answered this before. So, and you know, I'm very controversial in my mind. So I just have to give you the warning, because I have respect for you before I get into it. But in your opinion, what happened to Slaughterhouse?
In my opinion?
Yes.
Why you say in my opinion? I know what happened to Slaughterhouse. What are you talking about?
Everybody, so it's the same. Everybody, it's the same thing that happened. Everybody's story is the same then.
Well, I mean, everybody's story will have elements that you can draw a correlation to. But
hey, don't be good with the words with me, Royce. Please.
I mean, listen.
We know you're smart, bro. Stop. Correlation.
You're talking about four different individuals who built the brand together.
Yes, Royce, got it.
So we all experienced it together, but we all seen it from our view.
So, in your view, can you tell me your view, or your view was the same as everybody else?
I like that wording better. I like my view. I like my view.
So opinion. Okay, wait. But what's different between opinion and your view? What would be the difference in the word? Or it's just the wording?
No, because this is fact. What I'm telling you is fact. It's not an opinion. It's not what I think happened. I'm telling you what happened from my perspective.
Pardon me.
Okay.
Thank you, Royce. Hey, wait, boy, hey, don't say okay like that after a sentence, man. You checking me, okay? Slow down.
I'm gonna call Gilly on you. That's what I'm gonna do.
Please. From your perspective, what happened?
It wasn't one thing. It was a series of events. A series of things that happened that slowed it down at a time where niggas was just moving in different directions. You know what I mean? Like it's hard to just get a brand like that moving with all of those moving parts at the same time on everybody's time. You know what I'm saying? Like after we did the second album, I got sober. That slowed shit down a little bit because I had to stop tour. Joe started doing reality TV. And then when we went back in to do the album, there was some issues in the studio between Joel and somebody in the camp, not in the group. That was one thing. Just Blaze came on as executive producer. He started to go back and forth with the lawyers over splits and shit. The business side of how he was going to be involved, because we bought him on last minute. So there was some disagreements there, but they were working it out. But that was kind of slowing shit down a little bit. And then we went out there for a month. We recorded for a month, and then when we all came back, we were just kind of sitting, and we would have like conference calls, like, "Yo, when do y'all want to kind of like finish the rest of the shit?" So, you know, we'll do a call. One call, Joe might be busy. Another call, I may be busy because I started doing Prime. Just because I had a lot that I wanted to say, and I didn't want to like push them to move faster than they wanted to move. You know, the shit just works out better when everybody's just into it. You know what I'm saying? So, and we had been through a lot. We went from independent to back on a major label, and we put out an album and we misfired with the kind of records that, not that we were supposed to be making, but just what they wanted from us. We didn't have an understanding of what kind of records to make on that platform, or I thought we had to make a certain kind of record on that platform. It's been since then that I stopped doing that, you know what I mean? Because I realized that's not how you build a brand, you know what I'm saying? So I'm being scatterbrained. So
it's okay. I'm scattered too.
So we did Prime. I started doing Prime. And then we got on another call, and I said, "Yo, can we reconvene as soon as I finish just recording Prime? I'll be ready." So once we got off that call, Joel went and did an album with Illmind. Joe did an album with A-Rap Music, and Crook did an album with Static Selector. That ate up like a year right there. You know what I'm saying? And then
Now, next, on that note, he talks about what was the final straw. Because he talked about all these moving pieces and so many things leading up to the demise of the group and no more Slaughterhouse albums. But then he gets to the final cherry on top. What broke the camel's back? I think that's the final straw that happened. The final news flash when what happened. You guys would not believe what was the final straw and who was the person that delivered the final blow. Y'all not gonna believe who it is. Oh, look, some of y'all are like, Joe, just let me play the clip first, people. Play the clip.
Once Joe started to do the what's the show with Academics?
Everyday Struggle.
Yeah, once he started to do that, that's when he made the comment about M's album, and so that started that whole thing. And then, I mean, once that happened, that was like the last thing that happened. You know what I'm saying?
So that's what it is. Okay, but before I end this, towards the end of this, it's starting to get a little funny. There was this part where, and I'll play it, where Queenzflip, he said, "Hey, you know what? So is there any possibility of the group getting back together? And there was this weird, awkward of silence and looks. You gotta look at Queenzflips when Royce say what he say about the group. And he basically said, hey, you know, we are still a group. We're still together. There's still Slaughterhouse. Look at Queenzflips. He was... I'll play it.
You know what I'm saying?
So y'all was still a group when he made that comment on Everyday Struggle?
We still a group now.
Respect. Yo, Royce, chill. Yo, Royce.
Hey, what?
Royce, chill. I'm about to get at you, Royce. Chill.
You want me to say we broken up? We not broken up. I talked to Joe yesterday. I talk to Joe all the time. I talk to Crook damn near every night. I just sent Joel some beats. We talk all the time. We still a group. We just haven't done any music.
Got it. Respect. See, I still a group.
I mean, it's not like we talking about doing music right now, but yeah, we didn't break up.
I see what you're saying.
We fine.
But then, okay, finally, the most funniest part of this whole interview, it happens around the 35 mark. And I guess you can say Queenzflips, he pulls up. He pulls up on Royce virtually. You know it's serious when they pull up on you on Zoom. You know you a thug then. You know you are. So he's like, yo, Royce, this thing on, Royce. Play the clip.
And I'll tell you why. I was around Joe when I was a kid. My cousin Webb, the on top thing, and he was just in the studio drinking chocolate milk with his legs folded. That's what I remember. I always remember that. I always remember him doing that. That always stuck to my head, and I watch him, but he's a nice guy. Did you go through any of those weird stuff with any of those guys as well?
Nah.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course you're gonna say that. Of course you're gonna say nah.
I don't know why you think I'm so diplomatic, bro. I'm far.
You are, man. What you do?
I don't have any reason to lie, bro. Like I don't.
Did you see the man fold his legs and drink hot chocolate or things? Yes or no?
Sure, I did.
Okay, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't find nothing wrong with that though.
That's fire, but that's his way. I'm saying I remember that as a kid. Why are you trying to look at me serious like I don't find nothing wrong with that?
Why does it stick out so much to you? Joe will beat your ass, man. You better get in shape. I know.
Why would you say that? Why would you want to be
because y'all niggas always talking about Joe like he's soft or something.
No, soft.
You flip one of y'all niggas.
I never. First of all, Joe ain't gonna
All
beat my
pun
ass.
intended.
Thank you, Joe ain't gonna. First of all, I have the utmost respect for him. I have the utmost respect for him for his talent and his work ethic. That's just something that stuck out to me when you walk into a studio and see that. It's like,
well, he just different.
He's talented. Yeah, it didn't say anything. Yeah, not trying to. Yeah, how does that make him soft? I don't make nobody soft. You trying to play with words now.
I mean, I just figured that's what you was implying.
No, I would have said that.
No, not necessarily.
You said you watched me, nigga. I would have said if I thought a nigga was soft. Royce?
Why you getting all up on me like that, bro?
Cause cause you
Where's this?
Never.
I feel like you in my personal space, dog.
For me. And I'm coughing.
But anyway there, guys, hey, I thank you guys for watching. I thought this interview is not something that people know that is out there that Royce just did like a few days ago because there's so much virtual stuff happening. But I thought it was funny. What do you all think? I will see you all in the next video, probably here in about an hour or two. Something just popped up in my notification. Yellow Pain just released something a few minutes ago. So I'll probably fire up the track, fire up the camera again, and take a look at that and react to that here in a bit. Other than that, hey, I thank you guys for watching. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, boy. You don't want to miss our next episode or any other episodes. We have a lot of fun here. As always, KIP, keep it positive. I will see you all in the next video. Peace.